So I wanted to do a quick video on ADHD and feeling like a failure, because feeling like a failure very much goes hand in hand with ADHD. You always feel like you're dropping the ball, um, whether it be struggling to eat, whether it be it's struggling with personal hygiene, whether it be struggling with relationships, employment, all the things that you see all your friends from school doing absolutely fine. And you look at yourself and you go, well, why am I not able to do these things? These are just normal things. We're not talking about something that requires a university degree or years of training. We're talking about basic human instincts and communication and hygiene and just day-to-day tasks. And I know that there's the issue with ADHD and the executive function that allows us to identify, look, this is the task that we've got to do, now we're going to go and do it. That link is missing for people with ADHD, and it can leave you feeling very negative about yourself. And the problem is that these thoughts are actually internal, and they can leave you with feelings of inadequacy. So when you if you've got your partner and you don't feel adequate enough for them, that's massively damaging to your own self-esteem. I know that for a long time there, I was so mortifyingly embarrassed about my own failings in life as a partner, etc., that when my partner would have her friends come round and things like that, I'd want to go and hide upstairs in the bedroom, just leave her to have her social interactions on her own, because even if the social interaction was a success and there wasn't any issues or anything like that, I would still come away from that interaction and overanalyze and overthink, and I'd be questioning every single thing that was said, was done, the body language, the tone of voice, the sideways glances, the rolls of the eyes, the yeah, absolutely, of course type responses. You pick up on all of those when you've got ADHD. You're like, it's almost as if you're hypersensitive to other people's feelings, their mood. It's like you can walk into a restaurant and you can just tell that that couple's having a problem. That one wants a fight tonight. You can pick up on people's vibes. It's really weird. And you're not often wrong either when it comes down to it. You're usually fairly spot on. It's the one thing I don't fail at, actually, is usually reading people. But I fail at being able to take that information and then apply it to the situation. Um, I know that when it comes to ADHD, feeling like a failure it can be paralyzing. It can reduce your self-esteem. It can decrease your motivation. But I know that personally, it's this self-sabotaging internal dialogue of negativity and self-doubt. And unless you've got people around you that understand your condition and constantly reaffirm the fact that you're not a knob and you're not a failure, you will definitely be able to find the reasons to call yourself one. And that's a real shame, because if you've got people around you that think that your traits make you nothing more than some nasty, narcissistic, controlling, abusive, difficult to talk to asshole, you are going to feel like a failure day to day. I know that from my point of view personally, I've always felt like a failure. I failed as a dad, I failed as a husband, I failed as a partner, I failed as an employer, I failed as an employee. I can struggle to eat and do all the basic things that a human being is supposed to do. And that can leave you very hollow inside. And I think that it's very important that that we learn how to compartmentalize what is our own damaging internal dialogue versus fact. And unfortunately, as good as we are at analysing things and reading information, researching things, and this, that, the next thing, I think that having the ability to be able to actually differentiate between what is fact and what is our own self-doubt, I think is really difficult. And I'm just wondering, actually, what tips, tricks, tactics, techniques, what have you guys picked up over the years when a nagging negative doubt creeps into your mind that overwhelms you? How do you overcome that? And that'll also tie into a video that we'll do another day on the internal dialogue and and how ADHD brains overthink things. But we'll come back to that. And I'm just curious, when it comes to feeling like a failure in life, how do you overcome it? What do you do?